Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I'm making endive salad today. I have beautiful endive lettuce here, the queen of lettuces. They're huge in nutrients, and they have a firm leaf. It's a dark leafy green, the healthiest food we have. And it is easy to cut and store and combine because it's firm. It's not so easy to make it tasty because it's a little bit bitter. The darker the leaves, the more bitterness they can have. Endive is a little bit bitter, it's a classic. And my mom, she still loves salad. She always made this lettuce, this endive, cutting it in thin stripes. And I have that from her, and it's a very nice way because when you have these bitter leaves, a little bit bitter, you cut them into thin stripes. I'll show you after, of course, washing and draining and so, and getting the dirt off. And drying too. Drying is important because I'm a salad spinner, because then the dressing is more delicious. So cutting into thin stripes makes it easier. For the other flavors you add, you want to balance the bitter flavors with other ingredients of the dressing. And when you cut it into thin stripes, that is easier because then they have a large surface, the lettuces, the salad leaves, and the other flavors, they can mingle more into the leaves. The bitter flavor is easy to combine, to balance, to make it no longer just bitter, but to have a flavor with bitter flavors balanced with sour, sweet, hot, salty. These are all the 5 flavors. Some count. And when they're all together in a balance, nothing is predominant, then you have a new flavor, one wholesome flavor, and that is considered usually as the most delicious experience, the umami, when you have all the 5 flavors together. And then they say it is a perfect flavor, it's a desirable. Many dishes have that, what we ask for in this combination of all the 5. Here, these are my leaves. I cut them, as I said, into thin stripes. That's what I'm talking about. And they are a little bit dried. Not perfectly, but they are dry enough. And now I have all the advantages of this firm leaf. I can easily combine, for example, I put a tomato and an onion on top. Tomato in small pieces, onion chopped, can be coarsely because the leaves are hard. So it's might be okay for the onions also to be a little bit larger, the pieces. With a tender leafy green like butterhead, I would do a mincing. I would mince the onion into smaller, more small pieces. So that is then for them easier to combine. You always want to have something that can relate to the same texture, for example, then you can balance the flavors too. And then, so that is the standard. And then I add something special, for example, an avocado. Very nice on many salads. Just an avocado gives some touch of nice nutrition to it. Has a healthy fat, which tastes beautifully. We have even a nice one. And also, avocado is fat. That means it carries the flavors. That means balance the bitter. So avocado and chives and olives. These are really wonderful green olives. They taste nutty and delicious. I love them. I'm glad I found them. Not all the olives I like, but these are very nice. And chives is funny because it's one of the main kitchen herbs in Germany. Olives are a little bit salty. They also balance these bitter flavors nicely. So that's good here to balance. And they are light. They are a little bit fat, but they're also light because they are fruit. So like the avocados, they're a little bit more fat, but also fruit. So all these light ingredients that will make it refreshing rather than wearing down on the body. And the chives is so funny because I've found recently that when I combine that with my garlic cashew dressing, it has some kind of a spring curd flavor. You know, spring curd is one of my favorites. It's so nice. I make my own spring curd with all kinds of greens in there. I mean, onions, spring onions, chives, parsley, garlic. You can put so many things in there. Other herbs too, in a curd and a quark. And that is so delicious. And just adding here chives to this garlic cashew dressing makes it seem like like a spring curd. It's wonderful. So I tried that today. So with that, since I know that, I've found out, I like to especially to add chives, so half a bunch or so, not too much, to my salad when I have this dressing. And I have that all the time now. In these days, it's a very universal dressing. I showed you in another video how to make it. You blend cashews with a lot of garlic, lemon, pepper, salt, 5 ingredients, and a little bit of water. And this is a little bit runnier because for the firm leaves, I like a little bit runnier dressing because I can use a little bit more then. It's nice to balance. I don't need too much. You see, when you have a bitter flavor in the leaf, you want to have a little bit more dressing maybe. But it is nice to have it light, runnier. So just add a little bit more water. You can do that anytime. And then maybe you'd add a little bit more salt or lemon or so just to balance the more water if you like. The salad dressing is usually over seasoned. That means it tastes more intense than you want to have it. When you make the dressing on the salad, it dilutes the flavor. It goes everywhere and then it tastes like almost nothing anymore. Oh, so you need to be some more seasonings to make it salad tasty on the salad, then toss it. I can also, another advantage of the endive, firm leafy greens, I can toss it ahead of time. I don't need to eat it right away. Usually with tender leafy green, when I toss it, I have to eat it right. Otherwise, the salad is ruined. Short time, the leaves begin to wilt and to mash down, and then the beauty of the salad, the crunchiness, the freshness is away. So usually the salad should be tossed right before eating, a minute before that, right then. But here the endives make it a little bit easier. That's my salad today, my daily greens, and I need my daily greens because it's the healthiest food, and when I miss it, really I miss it. I really feel that. Maybe I'll be the next day when I again have another green salad, because then the body takes, as if it would take a deep breath down to every single cell. The oxygen goes there. The greens are so important. Really good feeling. Yeah, and when you make it delicious, what can you ask for, right? I always want to make recipes that are healthy and delicious. And best is quick and easy for every day. That's why I make these daily recipes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, Endive Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day to enjoy the endless vegan variety. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X.